Hello, guys. Welcome to Unidentified Podcast. And today we're talking about AI and mental health. Of course, AI being the topic that we have been discussing recently, trying to cover all the topics that we can in relation to AI. And this time we are focusing on the mental health. I'm going to show you guys a video, and it's going to be a short one. And after that, we will follow up with more information on it and what I've found. So enjoy.
School, a leading biogerontology expert, weighs in on the potential of future self. His study offers an interesting perspective on psychological age, future well-being, and the risk of depression, and demonstrates a novel application of machine learning approaches to the issues of psychological health. It also broadens how we view aging and transitions through life stages and emotional states. The authors intend to continue researching human psychology in relation to aging and long-term well-being. A follow-up study on the effect of happiness on physiological measures of aging is currently underway. Check the links below to take the assessment for yourself.
So yeah, that's a short quote and also an intro to the topic because I found this very interesting because we are all here trying to be the best version of ourselves. And I think that a lot of people are still coping with mental health issues, which aren't really on the foreground, but I want to bring it a little bit more to the foreground. And yeah, what I wanted to say is that since the time of COVID, actually, there has been a transition with mental health care being transitions into a more digital way of like counselors now being able to have meetings, Zoom meetings instead of physical meetings. That opened up doors, but at the same time it closed others, which group therapy and weren't all the same anymore. But building on that, we now have AI being introduced, or AI is already in some time in the background, helping and assisting mental health and education. And actually the most common things which AI is now doing, or most common things that machine learning is helping with, is actually mental health issues such as suicidal thoughts, depression, schizophrenia, anxiety. Those are all things that are quite common, and it requires a lot of attention. Sometimes there's also a whole big database of people that are suffering from these conditions and have these thoughts, and we actually with AI coming, it helps to analyze the data and be able to comprise a little bit more of the actual take away the burden of the actual counselors to have actually the way to, how can I say it, to help more people, reach more people with the acquired data and with the newly introduced AI to it. What I wanted to say is that some of the things that are helping the counselors and people that are in the field right now is with the chatbots. Those are very simple actually tools to be used and are already implemented in having someone there. Like if somebody needs counseling, if somebody has a question, if somebody is on the verge of cravings or the suicidal thoughts, they have something that they can ask a question to, or come with their feelings and say, okay, this is how I feel right now. I have the urge to give me a hit, but I'm trying to deter it or defer it. And the bot actually helps to provide tools, to provide the theory behind what is actually needed for a person in those situations.
You are saying this is something that's currently available?
This is something that's already currently in place.
Okay.
One of the known chatbots is WooBot, I think. And the WooBot actually helps to have a conversation with a person that is in cravings or has something that he has to deal with. And
Now, when you say cravings, you're referring to like it could be addictions or something like that they're fighting.
yes. Or also compulsive thoughts and behaviors is also something that it can help alleviate, or at least provide some theory to or practical advice to deter from actually going through the cravings, or to actually do the act of either suicide or to dose. Or
Is this something you have looked into, like how it works and how helpful it is?
not into very much of the depth.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't looked at figures and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I know it is being used. That's how far I've come.
Okay. The reason I asked that is because like it all depends on how you feel, right? Like if what you crave is human interaction, human connection, empathy, and just how can you say this, like the proximity of being like next to someone who is listening and also responding and reacting to what you are saying. Don't you think that it would lack that regardless of what you do?
Yeah, and to make, I do believe it does lack the personal and the human touch.
Yeah.
And coming back to the thing is that AI at the moment where it is right now, it does not replace humans. It does not replace like actual interactions with humans.
But it is a good tool to have. Like I get it. Yeah, I get it. I understand it. And it's very technical, meaning it's not gonna lie to you. It's gonna actually like tell you what has worked, what's documented that has worked for others, and I do get that. I understand that much, right? So it is a good, Now, I wonder how it works as far as like assessing an assessment of where you are in your personality, your tone of voice, also counts a lot. You think people would feel more comfortable, or we would still hide things from it? I'll explain that, right?
Yeah, I get the question.
Yeah.
I think, if I can, the WooBot which I've looked into is actually the more the human or the person interacts with it, the better it fits to your profile. So
but what I'm
goes. And the second part of that question was actually what? No, I forgot.
Well, I'm saying, like, if I was to talk to you, I know you and stuff like that, so I would tell you things in detail, and you kind of would like catch up onto it, right? But if I'm talking to somebody new, even if it's a human, I'm talking to a new human being, and I'm gonna tell them the same story about my life or what's bothering me and stuff like that. Like, our natural reaction is to protect certain things and keep certain things from, just being out there, right? Now, my question with that being said is, like, do people feel more comfortable to just like let them loose? Because this is not a human that's going to talk about you. It's not going to rat on you. It's not going to judge you. It's not going to. So does that part bring that comfort that the human lacks? And
exactly.
The other, okay.
This is indeed, it has an advantage to people actually opening up more to the bot, because it doesn't have those judgmental beliefs or those things that we as humans have that scare away people that are trying to open up, or might hurt people that are trying to open up. So that takes away that part, but at the same time, you still need the interaction.
Nagayan, so you say that this technology, what was it called? The WooBot? WooBot. So I never heard of this. So you say it doesn't replace humans, right? It's just not good enough.
No. At the moment.
What would it need? Like what would it need? Like what's it lacking here?
I mean, for a computer to understand emotions and where perspectives coming from, it still needs a lot of input that's not in the database. And that's the thing with mental health care. It's in a sense, it's very broad, and you can like segment, okay, this is a schizophrenic, this is anxiety, and you can box people in. But at the same time, when you come to uncover individually the person that suffers anxiety, then not all the time the same rules apply, not all the time the same approach applies. So that's where it becomes.
To disagree. I'm not familiar with this WooBot, but like the real, like the AIs, if they have the information of like 100 million case studies, right? And they have all this data that they can access instantaneously. You're fitting into one of those. They already know what you are. Like
exactly. The fitting part is not the.
You may think you're unique, but this AI, once it goes through all this data, is like, okay, boom, Nagayan is one of those. Boom, Angel is one of those, and it knows.
Yes,
I don't know if this WooBot
totally
has the technology. I don't know if the WooBot is there yet, but I think
maybe it doesn't use all of the components indeed. But I agree with you on the fitting in part. I mean, you have so much in the databases that you can actually profile people based on the database that you have.
So is this WooBot? Is it just text or is it voice? What is it?
I believe it's text only.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think within a year or so we get voice, and that voice sounds straight up human. Bruh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You're gonna have a WooBot right on your phone. You're gonna be talking to it. You can have it sound however you want, and it's gonna know everything, and it's gonna be there to help you out and make you feel better.
Now, are you talking about something like a little, not just personalized, but personal?
Yeah, it'll remember everything. Like, they're working on it. Like the new chat, like they were.
No.
What?
But what I'm asking is like, is this gonna be something that recognize you? Like, is your personal familiar, or is still
what they're talking about is like with the next like when we get to like chat GPT-5, like they're already talking about that it's going to actually be able to be customized to you and remember all the past conversations and all your data and know you. Yeah. We're getting there, man.
There is an issue with that because it comes then into the sense of privacy where all that data is being stored, but can also be used by.
Well, I don't see a way around that, nigga. I don't see.
Data is already out there, man. Anybody's phone they want to get into. I was hearing stories. They hacked into Jeff Bezos' phone. They hacked into Tucker Carlson's phone. Like your phone, if they want you, they already got you, man.
Yeah. Bro, they already, let's say Facebook, for example, it already sells your information, right? Like, there's no way around it. What makes you think they're going to respect you? You know what I mean? They're not going to tell you about it.
But the thing is, I mean, also is like a lot of these large language models, you can run them on your own hardware. Like, I mean, they're there. I'm not going to go through the trouble of trying to set one up, but you can run all these on your own hardware.
Now, this is the thing, like, I keep asking this because I just wanted to know, is this like a more like broad thing? Is this gonna be like available to you and everything, but everything is gonna be out there? Or is it gonna be like the type of thing where, how can I explain this to you? Like, of course, it's gonna profile you. It's gonna send in information and stuff like that. But it's gonna use your information not against you, but like
to better treatment for you, but also for others out there. I believe.
yes, that is the question. I don't know how to exactly word that, but yeah, that's where I'm getting it. What you thinking, Ed?
I see what you're saying, but like I just told you, like these large language models, they're getting better, and you can download them and run them on your own hardware. So all this, it going out and doing stuff on the internet or giving your data away, no, you can have your own personal language model on your computer that's not hooked up to the internet. You can have that. But I mean, like Woobot, let's say it gets better, you know, who knows? Maybe it will take your information and help other people. I don't see the issue. I mean, our information is already out there. And if you give it voice, you give it the ability to store all the conversations and personalize that experience. There's going to be a lot of these what do you call them, counselors or psychiatrists or whatever. It's going to be a lot of these that are out of a job, man. They're going to be the next
because I understand, and then that's indeed in that sense we have to watch, not per se watch out, but for the counselors and all those people that are in those positions, it's a very tipping point of the scale where we're going and where we're heading. But an added to that is that the way the therapy and the counseling is going at the moment is not the most efficient. I agree on that. I mean, you
explain that. What do you mean?
Yeah, you get diagnosed with based on your symptoms or based on your moods, whatever you have. Then you get put into, okay, this is the best therapy, maybe some medication, and try to go through the grid to be able to function normally in society, or semi-normally, or as normal as possible.
Let me see if I understand what you're saying, okay? So they see you, they kind of profile you, and they clump you up with people with similar issues, problems, and which solutions are like a little, redundant, I would say. But think about this. Other than that, it would be way too expensive for both parties to actually, customize the attention they give you. It would take too much time, which you would have to pay for, or your insurance, right? Your insurance, think about this. Physical health and mental health is a business at the end of the day, regardless of how you want to see it. It's a business first, unfortunately. I mean, there's people who care about your well-being, but they're going to think about their pockets before that. Not just talking about the doctors, but the institutions itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So customizing the attention they can give you is just not feasible. There's too many of us. It's too much going on, and everybody has their own even if we have like the same similar problem, we have different views, and different things affect us in different ways, right? We process things. Imagine that. Imagine how long it would take to actually like customize that. So the problem with that is like medication. Okay, you get scared at night, you having nightmares, okay, this is gonna help you sleep, and that's how they clump you up, unfortunately. For some it helps, but I think it's the follow-ups. I'm not against or with medication or anything like that, but the way we medicate should change. I think that would be a little more important than customize a little. It's less wild of an idea to actually like be careful on how we medicate. Is what I'm trying to say. Because
good point, and I agree with you on that. I wouldn't say that it's even possible to customize mental health towards every individual that's out there, but I would look more at the cause of where does it start, where does mental health start going wrong, where do people fade into depression, why is that, why is there the need for so much of that to be solved in
I can
retrospect,
tell you
like
why
the symptoms.
most people are depressed. It's because they don't have any direction. They don't know what they're doing in life. Like that's what it is.
Yeah, and most of I don't know the figures, but if I look in my surroundings, it happens because of or either broken households, single parents, or
Like if you gave people a project to work on anything, right? I was at work, right? I'm working, and one of the guys just walks up to me, one of the new guys. He's like, "Hey, Ed, man." I'm like, "What? What do you want, man?" He's like, "Hey, Ed. I just want to talk to you. Do you ever feel like depressed? Like, I mean, you're okay working here?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm all right." He's like, "Yeah, I'm working. You know, I work 2 jobs." I'm like, "Wow, you work a whole nother job after this?" He's like, "Yeah, I work 2 jobs and I just keep working, and I got my kids and I don't even have time for my kids, and I just work, and it's just, I'm lost, and I don't know how to get ahead." And I'm like, bro, I don't know what to tell you, man. No, I'm not depressed. I'm all right. I just didn't know.
true story.
Yeah, but I'm like, and then we kept talking, and he's like, you know, because I'm always listening to something. And he said, "Hey, what are you listening to?" I don't even know. I was listening to stock market or something. Then I asked him what was he listening to. I said, "What you listening to, man?" He said, "I'm listening to T-Pain, you know, some rap podcast or whatever." And I'm like, I told him, I said, "Hey, man, that's your problem right there. It's like, what information can these rappers and these hip hoppers and all them give you? Like what's the point of this? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what you're putting in your, you know, your mental. You know, you just listen to a bunch of nonsense. You don't have a direction. You don't have an art form. You don't have. I didn't tell him all this, but a lot of it, that's what it is. It's like you don't do anything, and you work 2 jobs. Like, bro, you got to have time for yourself to do things for you. Find out what you want to do, and some pursuit or something, you know. I don't know, man.
I agree so much. Okay.
Dude,
I agree a
I
lot.
never worked 2 jobs. I never did that.
Well, you know what the problem is? Like, I know a lot of people who work 2 jobs, and I tell people all the time, like, get one job where even if you work harder, you're making enough money to just, you know, have some free time for yourself. I tell Nick I all the time, you know, we have to give ourselves the time to have time, like, for ourselves, right? And I think the biggest problem is that our society is so focused on having the ladies an iPhone, and it's like a circle, okay? It's like we lost touch with certain things, man. And I mean, if he has, or she, I don't know what it is, male, female, it doesn't matter anyways. But I see a lot of people who are stuck. But if we anchor ourselves to something, like you said, to a project, you don't have kids, then art form is cool. Music, you know, drawing, whatever relaxes you. Give yourself time to reset yourself. Also, if you have kids, be present, man. Try to be around with the kids, listen to the kids, have conversation with the kids. Enjoy the small things. I'm somebody who likes to go, but mentally it burns me out so much. And when I just can't do it no more. I sit down and my kids kind of reset me. I don't know if that makes sense. Little things, yeah, little things. You never know what comes out of these freaking kids' mouth, man. Sometimes they just say the right thing at the right moment, just with the right expression, and these are not beings that will deceive you. Say something because they think you want to hear that. They telling you what it is, and sometimes I take that as a message too. So I know you don't have no kids, Ed, and stuff like that, but you do have your ways of resetting yourself, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. We cannot just always go, and all your time shouldn't like be invested into making money, because at the end of the day,
can be if you really enjoy what you're doing. But I mean, you're just working one, you know, dead end job, and then another dead end job, then maybe another or not. You don't even like what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Even worse. I mean, you working these jobs not to get out of that hole. You working these jobs to you know, just
Continue the life that you're living, yeah.
yeah,
To
like it's
sustain the life that you live.
to sustain it. There you go. You're not digging yourself out. Really? Like that's not what you're doing?
Dude,
Then
I don't,
you should,
that's not even the issue. That's not, because we're going into all this AI, the future stuff, and they're talking about UBI, right? So even if these same people did not have to work, hey, UBI, they'll be in the same situation. I believe they'll be in the same situation.
oh well, yeah, you do have a point as well.
I
What's UBI?
honestly believe that. Universal basic income, like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you just don't have
Everybody
to work.
receives
Yeah, everybody gets some money. I think that'd be the worst thing ever. You think you're depressed now? Pfft, wait till when you're just getting money from the government for doing nothing.
Whoa, that
that's
that just depends. I think yes, there will be more people who will have more time in their hands to
Bro,
just
they
do
will be
nothing.
worse off. They will be 10 times worse off.
Not me, because I have
yeah, but
plans.
he's talking about people that are
No. I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like don't put everybody in the same box because I got things to do. I got projects. I want to learn things. I want information. I want experience.
I believe
Things,
you,
okay?
but I'm saying it's a lot of these people. I'm like, man, I don't know, like,
Yeah. I know a whole bunch of people who were just like during the whole pandemic thing. They were just on the couch, just
dude,
watching.
it's so
TV.
many people I seen come back from work, and you could see they were visibly 20, 30 pounds heavier. You could see
Yeah.
it, like, whoa, like,
Yeah.
what?
And then if you get into a conversation with them, like, oh, oh, I didn't do anything. I just, I watch TV. I watch this series and I watch that series and I rewatch the whole Harry Potter series and all these things. And I'm like, you wasted your time. Like, I don't say this because it's not my place to say so. But I was doing things. I was learning things. I was enjoying my kids. But that's what's important to me.
I'm
Find
just
what's
curious,
important.
the guy, and you didn't see that, did you? Because like in the Netherlands, you guys are all healthy, aren't you?
I mean, there was a lot of issues going on here behind closed doors because everybody was inside. And some of the people were actually glad because, yeah, it's Netherlands is a kind of party festival and going out scene and place. So that was no longer the case. Nobody could really socialize and go out there. So that brought a lot of people back to their senses in this and in themselves. And I was one of them. I was glad there wasn't as much external stimulants as before. And I got the chance to really think about what I really wanted and where I wanted to go towards and which paths I wanted to take. So it helped me, but other people were really like anxious inside, like, okay, I need to go out, I need to see people, I need to go to a festival, I need to party, or they still needed that social contact to make them feel better or
You want to know a very like wrong or bad assessment? Like I'm very good at like predicting certain things. Like if I watch a movie, I tell you this all the time, right? If I'm watching a movie, I kind of know where it's going. If I start a conversation with somebody, I kind of get an idea of, what's up. Okay. When the whole world paused, I had so much time to think, and I'm like, wow, we're gonna appreciate life so much more. We're gonna appreciate work. We're gonna appreciate going in full back to full motion. Once we are done with this, we're gonna love each other more. We're gonna appreciate each other more, man. And we're gonna be out there and just like, because I saw a lot of things, like a lot of trending things that when we first started like loosening up and going outside and stuff like that, people were buying stuff and leaving it at other people's doorstep, leaving like little gifts, little baskets to like kind of cheer you up. That was a very unique time in my life, at least. I don't know if that happened in the Netherlands, but it happened around here, man. And I seen that happen, and I seen all the trends and stuff. And I thought we were going at it like a little more positive, a little more appreciative. I thought things would change, but 6 months after, we were back to killing each other. Yeah,
we started, man.
Wow.
So no, yeah, it has had a very transcurrent where some
So
people really found themselves and their purpose, and other people were still blaming COVID for it took away so much, or the government took away so much. So, but to not stay stuck in these narratives, that's I think the lesson behind this, that
yeah,
one has to improve themselves and ask himself or herself the question from what do I want to achieve, what do I want to do in life, and do the steps that are required to actually make it happen.
yeah. Okay. If I had to give people a piece of advice, okay, I would say, man, if you can find something to complain about, try to force yourself to wake up and find something to be appreciative for, something to thank God or the universe. I don't know what you believe in. It doesn't matter. Just something that you appreciate, something that you are grateful for. Not only like the cliche one, like, oh, thank God I woke up today. No, there's so much more, man. There's so much more. Like, let's say something as simple as a sunny day, or if it's Monday and you get paid on Monday, you got paid today. Be appreciative. That's another week you're gonna be able to cover for something. You understand? And make sure those paychecks are holding you over, or helping you. How can I explain this?
Climb out of the gutter, climb out of the system, climb out of
To hold you until you figure things out. Yes. Don't I see people who are living check to check and working in Jordans, $300 shoes, man. That's not it. Work for yourself, work on yourself.
invest, work
Invest.
out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's another thing. Stay healthy, work out. It'll make you see things a little more positive when if you are a person who likes attention and you like compliments. If you work out, you look better and stuff like that, people will mention it. And if that's something that moves you, then make that your focus for now until you find to the next thing in your life that actually brings you that little thing. Okay. When it comes to material things, man, I mean, I guess it's easier said than done, but don't focus on the material things, because that's once you purchase something that makes you happy, it'll make you happy today, tomorrow. And correct me if I'm wrong. Like, take this for yourself. When you buy something, yeah, you might be happy about it or whatever. But let's say it's shoes or sneakers or whatever. Once you start wearing them, they start deteriorating, and your investment is dead right there and then, man. And find solid things to invest your money in, to put your money into. If you guys would like us to like expand on this conversation a little more, because I have more things to say, please leave it in the comments. Let us know. If you like the video, please like. And if you subscribe, that would help us a lot. We are on a little around 50 subscribers right now, which is not much, but we do appreciate the people we do have. Ed, do you have any advice for other people?
No, you just got to have something to do, and then in the future, maybe you'll have an AI buddy to do it with. I don't know.
That's a good one.
That's coming for sure. It is coming. Yeah, I'm sure of it. It's been a big focus for lots of things: cartoons, movies, all these things. It'll happen. Once humans set their mind to something, then make it happen. We are amazing in that way. Okay. And yeah, man, stick around, be a part of this, man. Just like Ed said, find a form of art, find projects, better yourself. Work on your skills. That's something else that makes yourself, brings yourself back up. And I don't know. I wish you luck. I hope if you are one of those people who are not feeling your best today, check yourself and see what you can improve, what you can work on today, what you can be grateful today for.
And in the small steps, like big changes.
Yes, sir. There's so many other peoples that have way less. Okay, I'm sorry, but like I just come across all the time like things with like little kids. I'm very sensitive about little kids, but I see things where little kids are suffering and stuff like that. Thank God you are not going through that, okay? And if you are, there's a way out. There's always a solution to your problems. Just stick around to see it through. All right. Well, that's it for me, man.
All right. Unidentified Podcast. We out.
See you on the next.